Welcome to 3x5 news, views, and reviews scribbled on index cards. We get in and get out fast, so keep up. Today, Ice Barbie and the new Abu Ghraib. Former South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, previously known for shooting her dog and presiding over what has been called Trump's awkward dance party, that campaign event where he silently danced, if you can call it that, for 30 minutes, and she was forced to wallow in the cringe with him. As if rewarding her for putting up with that, Trump appointed her Secretary of Homeland Security. She was summarily dispatched to CECOT, CECOT, the prison of indefinite suspension, as I call it, where El Salvador imprisons its gang members. Now, the Trump administration has contracted the prison services to incarcerate hundreds of Venezuelans on the basis of being gang members who have fled from the wretchedness of their home country to the U.S. First, since when does being a gang member automatically make you a criminal? Don't you kind of have to commit a crime to be a criminal? Second, the U.S. is identifying immigrants to be sent to the Salvadorian prison on the basis of their tattoos, for the most part, among other things. According to a New Yorker article, the gang in question, Tren de Aragua, does not even use tattoos for identification or brotherhood purposes. Also, the authorities are using the tattoos of the El Salvadoran gang MS-13 to label supposed Venezuelans. Until Tren de Aragua surged to the forefront, MS-13 held the title of the scariest gang in the imagination of the American public. Now let's turn to the video and photographs of Noem in front of a CECOT prison cell. Most of the news has focused on the lack of justice in the deportation process, as well as our outsourcing prisoners to other countries, such as after 9/11. We all know how that turned out. First, black sites for torture purposes. Then remember Abu Ghraib? But those were secret and ultimately bad PR, to say the least, for the U.S. The El Salvador prison? The Trump administration is flaunting and boasting about their program. Talk about flaunting. Others focused on the expensive watch Noem was wearing while she stood before the prison cell delivering a warning to anyone seeking to enter the U.S. illegally. What jumped out at me, though, was the actual cell and the sheer number of prisoners and bunks. Each cell fits 65 to 70 prisoners, and prisoners are not provided with mattresses, pillows, blankets. Even though I'm a long-time student of foreign affairs, I guess I didn't know prisons, and CECOT is the new one, opened in 2023, as barbaric as this, were still being built, and in the Western Hemisphere, no less. It reminded me of Assad's prisons in Syria and those in countries such as Iran, Russia, and North Korea, but those are not usually photographed. They're hidden from the world. To wrap this up, I shudder to think that the Trump administration thinks this appeals to Americans. In fact, it probably does to a large degree. But it should be an insult to not only our national character, but our intelligence. As for Ice Barbie, as she is being called, the ICE referring to both her cold-bloodedness and the Department of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, here is how I see her future. When her job as Secretary of Homeland Security ends, she can move down to Trump country, Florida, and land the job for which she is truly a perfect fit, Commissioner of a dogfighting league in Miami.